We got the first post-release Cyberpunk update. At the time of this recording, it's out for the PlayStation and PC, but Xbox should follow soon. So in this video, I want to showcase some of the changes, including for a reward that gives you almost 5,000 eddies. There's a cool weapon you can get during one of the missions they fixed, and way more. So if you like that, then a like on the video would really help the channel out. And let's go. It's no secret that the current state of Cyberpunk on especially the regular PS4 and Xbox One is insanely poor, and more updates and patches will be needed to get that to like a normal or like playable state. This 1.04 update was already 17 gigs on the PlayStation 5, and it did include some good changes, but I don't think it suddenly like changes the whole narrative. A nice fix is for the preview of the weapons when crafting. First the picture would not show up before the update, but now if you go to the crafting menu, you will actually see the weapon there. Some people had issues with the flashing effects during the brain dance sequences, and with this update the effect has been smoothed out and the flash is reduced in frequency and magnitude. A Game Informer writer brought this to our attention earlier this week, and since then she worked with the studio for a fix, so nice that they were already able to include it relatively fast. There would sometimes be vehicle appearance pop in when, for example, seeing a vehicle in the distance, or I think when calling your vehicle as well. Well, this should now have been reduced according to the patch notes. And they also say that switching between first and third person perspective in a vehicle was speeded up, but it's not really noticeable if you compare like footage from before the update, as you see right here, or after the update. And by the way, the car you see in the before the update footage is a car you can actually get for free and relatively early on in the game. I have a video about it up on the channel and I will leave a link to it in the pinned comment. A nice fix is for the freedom of the press gig that you find over here on the map, and that you totally want to do if you haven't already. Because at the end of the mission, you will get close to 5,000 eddies, but first, you were not able to claim this reward because it was bugged. So if you already did this mission but could not complete it, then totally do it now and claim the reward at the drop point. Also, during this mission, you will actually find an epic assault rifle called the Sidewinder, and this is a smart weapon as well. We got chemical damage on the weapon and the 11% poison chance. That still triggers relatively easy thanks to the rate of fire. And again, it's a smart weapon, meaning that with the right cyberware, you don't really have to worry about your aim, because bullets will just easily find a way to the target. So you can't just sit behind cover and then still hit the enemy, or when the enemy is behind cover, you can still have the bullets hit him. And actually with this weapon you reduce the lock-on time by 50%, that is the perk. And if you don't have the right cyberware yet, as I showed you before in a previous video, you can very easily get it, and for free, by following the gig mission in your journal that I think unlocks after the heist, and then when driving around in Westbrook you will get a call, so then just follow the mission, and then in the end you will get the tattoo to have the smart capabilities unlocked. Okay, back to the patch, because it also touches on stability, including various crash fixes, but this of course doesn't mean that it's now suddenly fixed. Like, we still got crashes while playing on PlayStation 5, but it should like overall be improved a bit. They really know that this was a hot fix, so likely the first possible patch they could put out, but expect the first like legit patch to be more substantial, so hopefully we get a more stable game before the end of the year. In the patch notes, they also talk about improved reflections quality on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 to eliminate the smudge effect. There's really no way around it that the regular PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version should not have been released in this state. I watched the Digital Foundry report and the frame drops are bad, there are of course a ton of bugs. We'll be really curious to see how they improve it with future patches. When we know more, I'll of course keep you up to date here. So totally subscribe for way more Cyberpunk videos if you haven't already. I will leave a link to the full patch notes, including more quest fixes, in the video description, so you can check it out if you want. And a like on the video would really help me out. Totally check out my previous video as well on some secret weapons that you likely don't have yet. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.